Mars Incorporated participates with globalization and the environment. They are participating in an ongoing development of the coral reef systems in different countries. Now, this may cause Mars Company some higher risks and issues, but overall, when companies such as Mars participate in globalization, it is participating in education and in culture. Some risks or issues that Mars Incorporated may face is environmental groups believing that when corporations such as large U.S. firms move or do business in a less developed country, that is because they have poor environment protection laws and they won't have to invest as much in these countries for a long period of time. But as we stated earlier in our text, opponents of globalization claim that developed countries exploit tax laws, environmental tax laws, and it allows them to produce goods and export them back to their home countries. Mars also faces some cross-cultural business issues and pros. Companies face many political and ethical risks while conducting cross-cultural business, but cultural knowledge is the main factor in business when going international. By avoiding ethnocentricity, Mars thrives in the international business market. Now, as stated in our text, culture is defined as a set of values, beliefs, rules, and institutions held by a specific group of people. The reason culture is so important to many nations is because it preserves their legacies, their important events, the people, and most importantly, the nation. Before a company embarks on a journey to do business internationally or on an international scale, there is a need for cultural knowledge. For most of the world nations, cultural makeup is hidden and only a surface view is seen. It takes knowledge, understanding, and effort to see the essence of the culture and have an appreciation for it. And with the understanding, avoiding ethnocentricity, which is believing one's culture is superior to another. Now we're going to talk about Mars Bar's political economy. Political risk is the chance that a society can undergo a political change and with a negative effect on local business activities. When multinational companies choose to do business in these countries by abiding by these countries' laws and political views. Although Mars is one of the leading forces for women empowerment, they may face risks in these markets. So when we take a company such as Mars and place them with their political economy and look at the advance that they are striving for, when it comes to the empowerment of women, they face issues with political and ethical risk. Political risk is the chance that a society can undergo a political change with a negative effect on local business activities. So let's take for an example Mars business in countries such as Jordan or Saudi Arabia. Gender equality may not be a fundamental human right. In a lot of these countries, men and women are not accommodated with equal chances. In many of these countries, the laws that govern the communities forbid women to participate in business or even vote. As stated by the World Bank, there are about 104 economies with labor laws that restrict the type of jobs women can undertake. In many countries, there are no laws to stop sexual harassment, and countries where husbands have legal rights to prevent their wives from working. When multinational companies choose to do business in these countries, abiding by these countries' laws and political views, although Mars is one of the leading forces in women empowerment, they may face risk in these markets.